Hey everybody, come on in. It's my Piccadilly parfait. Let me make sure I've gone live here. So I've got a really quick card today, but I've got kind of some exciting stuff going on. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fabulous Friday. Excuse me, there goes my voice. I had availability today to talk to a colleague of mine who is another Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I have got some really fun stuff going. There is going to be an announcement on my Wednesday night live. Some changes are coming, and I'm going to be offering a couple of other events. So I definitely wanted to let you guys know that now. It's nothing significant. It's just going to be more to it. So I'm not one of the big name Stampin' Up demonstrators, and I have been slowly growing my business, and so I want to try to do things well as I do them. So as I am growing, you guys are kind of watching me, and I guess all I'm trying to say is that I've got some really kind of fun, cool, exciting things coming up, some announcements that I will probably be making. Bill doesn't even know about these, so those of you who are my regulars, Bill doesn't even know about these yet, and he'll be so excited to find out. I've already told him that I cannot wait for him to get home tonight. So with that being said, I don't really have any Stampin' Up announcements. I've been kind of given the same thing over and over, so I'm just going to go straight into we're still summer, and I'm a big summer lover, but we're coming up on my next favorite season, which is autumn, because of all of the beautiful colors. And I've had this stamp set since the annual catalog has been out, and I haven't done one demonstration with it. So I thought, what a great time to revisit it, even though you guys have may seen it, but there's so many neat things to do with this stamp set. So I've made such a cute, little, sweet, simple card. This is great for people who have started working with Stampin' Supplies and are kind of building up, but it's not like for beginners. You need the die cutting machine. So this is called Beauty of Friendship, and let me just pull this out. There is this beautiful tree. If you guys remember me using this particular piece for the squirrel, on the other side of that is an absolutely gorgeous piece. Let me see. This is called, what is this called? I'll look it up. I'll grab it out here. This is called Beauty of Earth Designer Series paper. So it does come in a 12 by 12. And when I did the squirrel, I had used this side, my Fun Fold squirrel that I did. And then today we're going to be using this side. And one of the reasons I chose this side is because I don't get to use Merry Merlot very often. And it's a beautiful color. It really fits well into falls. It's actually considered one of our neutrals, but look at how beautiful it plays on this. So I wanted to show you that. And the stamp set, so let me grab that out. Beauty of Friendship. And it has some really nice sentiments that I like, but one that I absolutely love is Thinking of You. And the reason why I like Thinking of You so much, and having that in my arsenal of sentiments, is because Thinking of You can be on the outside of any card. You can have it ready to go and have like maybe your fall stuff, and you can turn around and put on the inside Happy Birthday. You can turn around and put on the inside with sympathy, whatever you want. Thinking of You can be whatever. You can just have hello, okay? It does have these really fun dies, and I chose to use the actual die cut of, why don't I just pull my stamp pack out? I miss Bill here. He always cues me in. Okay. Which will die cut this image, and I cut it out in the early espresso cardstock. And then this image, it's going to be stuck, isn't it? I like to take it off that paper. And this is really super cool. That's what I used to cut out on that Mary Merlot piece. Isn't this gorgeous? The top of the tree, the foliage. Isn't that, oh, so pretty. So let me put that away. So when you purchase the set together, you do get a 10% discount. I always love that. Every extra helps, right? So that's called Beauty of Friendship Stamp Set, Beautiful Trees Dies. And I did add the Scallop Contours dies. This is one of our newer ones too. And it was this medium. And I cut that out in Whisper White. So let's get stamping here. Okay, card base is going to be in Mary Merlot, and I think this is a beautiful fall color. I like that it's not quite as red. It's got definitely that wine color to it, but it can be used as a neutral compared to our cherry cobbler. I don't think I have a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock quick, but you can kind of see it has a little bit more of that burgundy in there. So, moving all of this aside, I do want to show you our 3D embossing folder called Bark. And when I saw this done, I saw this, I think through a Stampin' Up demonstration actually. I thought this was really, really cool. Now, I have used this before with you guys, but I've never done this. Taking the die cut and putting it in here. I don't know which way I want to go. We'll go this way. And so I'm going to bring in, Bill calls it the Big Boss, but it's the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. And because it's a 3D embossing folder, I just need that one plate with the base. And I'm going to run this through. Oh, like butter. Now what this does is this, now, I'm going to stand up so I can see what you guys see. This gives, can you see that not only do you have the beautiful color, but then you have the waffling going on of that. So it's got like movement in those. I love that. I think it's so gorgeous. And what did I do with my... it has fallen way back. So we're going to go old school method here. I want to take this for my tree to be placed on, and I'm going to put this offset. So normally, you know, I kind of center this, but for some interest, let's do a offset of this. And I chose the basic white instead of very vanilla. Normally I wouldn't, but if this has actual white in there, so I chose the basic white. And let's just put this, I like to do an even edge on this side and that side, but just kind of off in the corner here. I could maybe put that on straight. There we go. I have my hand so far in front of me to be in front of the camera. I didn't see that very good. But that's what I love about that green glue. Okay. Then I want to kind of have some of these lift up just a little bit. Not much. Now, normally I would take my mat and I would kind of dab this, but I don't really want all of this stuck down anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it right here. Maybe a little higher. It will stick. It doesn't have to be all stuck down. I'm going to place that image right there. So now it's in the center, and you can see I've got it up Well, I've got this waffling on here, and I don't know how well that shows. I couldn't tell, but it really shows in my hand. So for the same reason, I don't want that to be smashed down. So I'm just going to look at where this would sit and where I can glue it. And I really think right here in the center is where I'm going to glue it, because I want that movement on the edge. So just getting a little glue here in that center. And like I said, this glue is very, very tacky, so it will hold. I'm gonna have to stand up so I can see this. So I'll try not to sneeze because my nose is right here in the camera. Okay, it's stuck down. Now, I don't know how well it shows on camera, so I'm going to show you here. There's some movement in here. It's not stuck down. It's stuck very good in the middle, but then there's some movement, so that tree comes alive. All right. Let's grab the Mary Merlot, and I've got a scrap. You know, when you cut off your paper and you have those scraps, I save them. I have like a stack, really. I use them quite often, though, when I'm doing sentiments like this that are just kind of the straight line sentiment. So this is a 1/2 inch, and I'm probably going to cut it down, knowing me. So with my Mary Merlot, I'm going to ink up that thinking of you. Get my paper straight here. Beautiful. I love that early espresso with the Mary Merlot. Okay, and then I'm gonna just snap off a little piece here. So that's a little shorter. Okay, I want to get some tear and tape. Do you guys remember this? We've had this out for a while. So this has got, on one side it is shaded spruce, but on the other side it's got an old olive, and it's got a little shimmer to it. I love that shimmer. I am going to just kind of I don't like that angle. Hold on. I think I need to hold it. Much better, right? So let's see here. I want this to kind of jet out a little bit, but it doesn't have to be all the way across. So this will probably be just enough. Let me take a look at that again. Actually, I may go a little shorter. There we go. So tear and tape is kind of a magic thing to me. I like it. It is very easy to use because it's literally, you tear it and it's sticky, sticky, sticky. So I want to make sure that when I'm doing it, I'm not going to go past this edge, because then I have to deal with it out there, and you got to clip it with your shears, and then you end up with glue everywhere. So I want to just kind of be real precise here. I'll pull off a piece, and I'm going to start at that end. See, it's not past this end, the shorter end. But if it goes past this one, no biggie. Trick that I've learned is give this a good press with your bone folder or whatever, and start in the middle to kind of pick it up. And zoop, comes right off. Okay, placing this. Well, now I just pulled that end. Don't want those hairies. Right here on the trunk, and I'm going to go a little bit lower and kind of off to the side. Now, when you decide where you're putting tear and tape down, you pretty much have to commit to it. because that stuff is strong, sticky. So I definitely like the sentiment, and I'm going to pop that up. And I'm probably an overkill. You probably don't need that many dimensionals, but it's one of my things. Like, I buy 10 packs of dimensionals at a time. I way overuse them, I know that, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick that right on there. Yay! So cute. This is the Simply Elegant trim. And I love how gold goes with that Mary Merlot. It is so pretty, so beautiful. So I am just literally gonna make a teeny tiny little granny knot bow. At least, Nick, that's what we call it in our country. I don't know what you guys call it there, but it's just a little bow. As I know you're watching, because I know you stayed up. Anyway. Nick is from Ireland. It's always fun having her here. Then, taking a dimensional. So, I don't know. Have you guys noticed that the glue dots are on this side of it instead of this side these days? So, my thing for that is to just fold them over when you need it. And I'm going to roll this up because I want it to be a little bit thinner. So, I just roll it with my nail. And then use it, once you roll it, it's easier to press on like we used to do. I'm not sure if that's a screw up, if it's going to continue that way. I have no idea, but I opened up a new pack and went, hey, wait a second. So I'm going to put that there. And then a little bit of these champagne rhinestones are still one of my faves. I use the heck out of them. So I'm just going to give a little bit of shimmer up at this corner. Now I know a lot of people do 3. I usually do 2 for a couple reasons. 1, it saves on 1 more, and 2, I can get 2 in a line, but when I go to 3, I got 1 wavering one way or the other. I don't know why that is, but I usually just do 2. So, okay, now that is the card. It's just simple, like I said. It's great for new people die cutting and trying stuff for the first time. I absolutely think this is cute. Now this would be perfect for a sympathy card, thinking of you, and then, you know, when you stamp on the inside, because I'd put a piece of white on the inside, but there are so many pretty trees that you could add to the inside, and then you'd have to get a sympathy from another stamp set. But with this type, this font, would be no problem. This could also be a birthday. This could be a masculine card. It could be feminine card. It just depends. I mean, you could do the stitched rectangles instead of the scalloped if you want to make it more masculine, but the colors are rugged enough. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's today's demonstration. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, so if you'd like to purchase these items, you can do so through my online store. If you're watching me right now on Facebook, you can find that Shop Now button at the top of Piccadilly Stampin' page. If you're watching me later on YouTube, I will list it in the description. I hope you guys, I really do hope you come this Wednesday. I have a card pack that we're going to be making. It's not too early to start your Christmas cards if you have as many cards to send out as I do. So definitely come, because it's going to be a holiday Christmas related, very easy kind of a technique. Even though it isn't a fun fold or anything like that. So it's really fun and it's really cute. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you next week at Wednesday, and I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.